The friends of a beloved member of the community in Detroit, they're shocked, mourning the death of a woman who police say was brutally murdered. 40-year-old Samantha Woll's body was found just outside of her home. She served as president of the board of the Isaac Agree downtown Detroit synagogue. The motive of her death is under investigation. Police say there is no evidence of a hate crime.
I know from talking to many friends over the past day that her presence on this earth and her friendship inspired many of us to become better people. We are so fortunate to have had Sam in our lives, and I hope that each of us will remember Sam for the beautiful human being that she was and as someone who loved bridging divides.
Woll worked for a long list of Michigan politicians, including Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin, State Attorney General Dana Nessel, and State Senator Stephanie Chang. Chang and Woll were not only colleagues, but longtime friends. And you heard from Chang during that funeral for Woll. They also attended college together, and Senator Chang is with us right now. Our deepest condolences. Thank you for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
I have to ask you, just as you know, we all have had loss in our lives. We've all had someone who left this earth far too soon. Why was it important for you to speak about her? We're so honored that you would take the time to do so, but why is it important to speak out about Woll's life?
Sam was an amazing human being, and I think any opportunity friends of like me can have to really just tell the world how incredible she was, absolutely were just so important, really important opportunities. Sam was someone who just brought so much joy and happiness to everyone that she knew and everyone that she cared about, and so I'm just grateful for the opportunity to talk about how amazing she was.
You know, you were, again, very close friends for the better part of 2 decades. A lot can happen between college and your professional careers. What was it about her in the community as somebody who was for peace, who was for, she went door knocking with you on several occasions, I read in one of your latest posts. But what was it about her diligence and her commitment to the community that you'll remember most?
Sam was someone who was very strong in her convictions. She was a Democrat, but she was also someone who just really believed in social justice, in equity, in just treating people with respect and fairness, no matter who they were, what their religion was, what their background was. And, she just was an incredible person. She did so much work to try to bridge divides. Obviously, she was the head of the downtown synagogue as the board president. But she also was really, really a huge ally to the Muslim community and had actually been one of the co-founders of a Muslim-Jewish unity organization. I mean, she just did so much in such a short amount of time, 40 years. She just made such a huge impact on so many people. So I'm hoping that, the brutality of what happened to her will be something that is hopefully something that will be remembered less than how incredible she was as a human being and just the incredible impact that she had on so many people. Her funeral was a beautiful service, and it was so clear from hearing everyone talk about her that people are going to cherish her memory for a long, long time.
Yes, and I know you spoke with her recently. Obviously, when the conflict came up in Israel, there were a lot of people who were concerned about anti-Semitism. And with the rise of hate crimes in this country, people were quick to think this is what happened. But do you have any reason why, or do you know why investigators ruled a hate crime out of this place, in this case, so quickly?
That will probably be a better question for the police chief, but my understanding is that they have some of the best homicide detectives working on this case, and they have been very methodical and very respectful of the family and me and others who are friends of hers to be able to really just dedicate all the resources they can to solving this. And so, I'm not a law enforcement officer, but I have a lot of confidence in their ability to find out what happened and who did it and why. So, I can't really comment on that. But again, I'm just really trying to be focused on lifting up Sam's memory because she just radiated so much love and kindness throughout this world.
One more question for you. I know for me, sometimes when I'm thinking about the loss of a loved one, I think, what would they tell me if they were right here? What would Sam tell you and those in the community of Detroit in terms of staying strong right now at a time of loss?
It's a great question. I think she will probably remind us to just kind of continue to love one another and to be kind to one another and to, to come together. She was someone that was constantly bringing people together across religious divides, across racial lines. She was someone who just was constantly trying to make connections because she knew that we are really all in this together. She loved being welcoming to people, being kind to people. It was just a core element of who she was. And so I think that if she was here today, she would just remind us to be strong and also to be kind and loving to one another.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.